Namaskar all, Jai Shri Krishna. I welcome to this particular session. How are you all? All good? Am I audible?
All good. Yes.
Right. Jai Shri Krishna to all. So today's session is on the Masters in Vedic Astrology and handled by Professor Dr. Rashmi Monga ma'am. And this particular course is in English. So let me share the syllabus. I hope you would have received this particular syllabus from our relationship manager. And so your modules are no like total is like 13 in numbers, which covers the topic like the introduction of houses. All 12 houses will be not like studied detailedly in this particular course. Significance of houses and the planets, and about the like Lagna Lord, Lagnesh, and its degree placements, and most importantly, the difference between the like beneficial and non-beneficial planets in the particular horoscope. And there are many like important points like the Kendra, Trikona, and the three houses. Where you will be understanding the like particular like planetary positions, and also the exaltation and the debilitation planets in terms of the combinations. And the 12 houses in detail will be learned by the particular course. And also it includes the degrees of planets, which is most important, including the fixed and movable and the dual signs, where you will be learning in detail with the Mahadesha and Antardesha periods of planets. And the conjunction and combination of planets gives the insights about the particular event of life, like marriage, the career, finance, and the health. And there are many different types of yoga in this particular syllabus. Particular the important aspects of our life, that is the Sadesati Mangal Dosh and its relation. And the divisional charts are also covered into this. The Chaturthamsha, Saptamsha, and the Navamsha and Dwadeshamsha. And the life events which we see as an astrologer is like the like marriage yoga, second marriage, late marriage, divorce, successful marriage, and if there is any possibility of love marriage, then how to find out the like particular planetary positions in a horoscope, and also the yogas for education, and even the transist is also covered into this particular syllabus. So here the total fees of this particular course is 16,000, and if the install it is 8,500 plus 8,000 in two installments. If you go three installments, then it is 6,000 per. And the duration of this course is 1 year. The classes will be conducted for 4 months, where the syllabus will be covered by Professor Dr. Rashmi Mongana. And now I hand over the dice to Professor today. Namaskar, ma'am. How are you?
Namaskar. Sir, this we have shared the syllabus for PGDA or Masters.
This is Masters, ma'am. Masters.
Okay, so we are repeating everything again in the Masters because this Shodas Varga, Sadhasati, this
Yes, it
all
is
we
the
do in yoga.
yes, ma'am. It is there in the like study material as well, where the in depth of this particular topics are being like included in this master's program.
Okay, okay. Because actually, students, those who have already done from me, the PGDA course, we have already covered this part. And then in Masters, we move forward in more detail.
Certainly.
So we will discuss about all the events of the 12 houses with the example charts. So Masters is more of practical. And then few more topics like Ashtag Varga that would also be taken.
Yes.
because transit is incomplete without learning Ashtakvar. Then we have few topics on nakshatra also, seeing the transit through nakshatra, because that also gives very good results. So we
Yes.
add on these topics also in our master classes.
Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We can now like take the session for today's topic.
Okay, sir. So the questions will take later on
Yeah,
the course.
yeah, we can.
Okay. So can I share the screen?
Yes, ma'am. We can.
So you have to allow me first.
Yes.
Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly fine, ma'am.
Okay. So basically today we'll be discussing about sun placement in a particular house with respect to its aspects. So today we are giving more importance to the aspect of a planet. See, in astrology, aspect simply means seeing something. So when planets aspect in astrology, they infuse their qualities upon the house and the planet also where they are sitting. And this is a very, very important part of astrology. It is more important than conjunctions also. At times, certain events happen in our life which a conjunction cannot explain. And this is where the aspects needs to be evaluated. See, basically the aspects are like the mirror image. They have the ability, the planets have the ability to reflect back at itself through the house. So just think about a planet like a laser beams which are shooting out from a planet towards certain houses. And each planet has a special meaning when they aspect a particular house. Like if we talk about Surya, when sun aspect, it shows the straightforward direction. It gives an authoritative influence upon the house. And it can show where the person will have to take the responsibility and give clear direction without wasting their time. Then, if you talk about moon, aspect shows a sense of comfort and welcoming nature. So, this aspect of moon will give a kind and motherly influence that is filled with emotion. If you talk about Mercury, Mercury aspects show where we like to engage, where we like to um, communicate, where we like to gather information. It makes the house the source of networking, communication, knowledge with analytic skills. Then we have Venus. Venus gives its aspect gives pleasant feeling and desire. Wherever it is aspecting, we gain a strong sense of happiness from those things. And if you talk about the aspects of Mars, it shows a straight shooter. The, that house becomes the direct type of environment. So wherever it is aspecting, we want to take the actions towards those things which are being aspected by Mars. Then when we talk about Jupiter, it is one of the most benefic planets, and its aspect shows where we feel to need to learn, grow as an individual. It shows our desire to activate the higher level of knowledge and um, physical and spiritual life also. And Jupiter's aspect saves a house or a planet from any negative returns. And when we talk about Saturn, this aspect shows where we have to focus in our life, our focus, our attention, where we have to practice the most, where the discipline is needed, where to reap the labor, where to reap the result of our labor. So, and wherever Saturn aspects, it brings a kind of fear and anxiety in those areas. It also brings responsibility in life towards those houses. So, this is about the different planets. Now, we are going to discuss about Sun. So, now, if we see Sun in the first house, now, Sun is like a king. So if it is strong in our horoscope, in our kundi, it is a blessing because it is a king. And first house is what? It is a body. So first of all, if Sun is placed well in the first house, the person becomes the center of attraction. And actually, person will be having a very, very magnetic personality. Good leadership qualities will be there, confidence will be there. And if Sun is negatively placed, then we will not be able to lead the people. And first house, Sun in the first house, because it would be aspecting the seventh house, it can give difficult relationships also. If it is strong, it can give difficult relationships because of your arrogance. And if it is weak, you will not be able to keep up your point of view in your relationship. Now, because Sun is placed in the first house, aspecting the seventh house of relationship, partnership, so the ego is transferring towards the partner. So the person will think that as if he's a king. If it is badly placed, he will think that his partner is a servant from him. But if Sun is exalted, if it is placed well, it is placed in a of own Rashi or in a friendly sign, this can bring about a partner who is truthful and is highly spiritual. Because from here it is aspecting, it is putting its effect in the seventh house. They will have the confidence in their ability to nourish the marriage now. The spouse also will have the leadership qualities to raise a family. And if here Sun is debilitated, it will show the domination of over the spouse. And even publicly, he can insult or disregard his spouse. They will be, because now it is a personality. So they can be short tempered over small things. And this will create lot of arguments in the marriage. Then Sun in the second house. So second house, from here it is aspecting the eighth house. First of all, Sun in the second house, so the focus is more on finance, on money. They want to do more for their family because sun is what? Sun is a soul. The person can be the main decision maker in the family. So when sun is here, it becomes very important that you should be very, very careful in investing your money, because at times I have seen that sun disturbs the source of income here. So whenever you have a good earning, it is advisable to save your money. Then sun in the second house can give many responsibilities of a family to the native. And if it is exalted or of our own Rashi, then the financial conditions will be good. But if it is weak, then the person has to struggle in terms of money. From here, now it is aspecting the eighth house, that is the house of transformations, death, rebirth, occult, taxes, surgeries. So now here, Sun's aspect brings a great deal of interest in investigating something, in research. Now, because it is in the second house, aspecting the eighth house, so we can say one's own family becomes the source of transformation for the person. Eighth house, so the person is easily able to find spirituality, occult, and help the secret sources. If it is exalted, then the sun aspect will bring wealth, status from the spouse's family, because this is the house of your in-laws also. And if sun is debilitated, then the native is going to see the he's going to he's going to have interest in possessing everything they have been given from their family. Then sun in the third house. Sun in the third house, here person will put extra effort in his life because this is the house of efforts. So good efforts will be there. The person will understand the importance of competition and will never run away from the competition in life. Always person will be putting extra efforts in life to succeed. Social circle is big, friends will have good status in society. But if sun is weak in the third house, communication skills will be weak, social circle will not be good, and you will not be able to benefit from your social circle, and you will not be putting in lot of efforts in life. From here, it is aspecting the ninth house. Ninth house, it is the higher purpose of life. It is the house of government, law, philosophy, government policies, law, philosophy, higher education, father, guru. So, sun's aspect in the ninth house. So, if sun is placed well, the person will be devoted to his teachers, his guru, his father. He will obey the laws of the land. But if sun is debilitated, things will not be the same. He will try to overthrow his own gurus, his own father. They will not get along well. He will be he will feel threatened by the higher authorities, and he will not follow the laws. Then if sun is placed well in the third house, so this see third house is also the skills of the hand. So he can be an engineer, sculptor, sales manager, because this is the house of marketing also. So exalted sun in its own Rashi, friendly Rashi, shows tremendous respect for their teachers and their father's teachings. And they will have great interest in studying law also. And lot of interest in higher teaching and religious purpose, because that is the house of dharma. Then sun comes in the fourth house. Fourth house is the house of a mother, home, childhood. Now, sun in the fourth house, this is making the person very, very protective about their family, about their mother, about their home. And I have seen that even if it's a male chart, the person will not hesitate to do daily home chores because person is very much attached to his family. He thinks that it is his kingdom and he wants the best for his family and for his home. The person is going to really work hard to get assets at home. But if this Surya is weak, then you will face problems in making assets and will not um, have good relations with mother. There will be no peace at home. But if it is good, then the person will be very much attached to his mother. And the mother will also have a long life. Now, from here, it is aspecting the 10th house of career, status, honor, government. See, the fourth house is the private side of life. And when sun comes in the fourth house during the midnight, so if the person is born during midnight, at that time, sun is placed in the fourth house. So these people, they love domestic life most of the time. They want to be in their homes. So now it is aspecting the 10th house of karma, the profession. So they have a strong inclination towards having the home based business, or they are always looking for an opportunity to work from home. And if sun is exalted or placed very well, it shows that they have very good attachment with their mother and their home life. Their mother, because sun is the karka of father, significator of father. So it might also happen that mother will take on the role of their father in their life. And he will be really influenced by his mother. But if it is debilitated, then the person can have ego clashes with her mother and lot of arguments can be there. And debilitated sons, when aspecting the 10th house, it shows that maybe they will not follow the teachings of their father, or they will not be ready to take orders from the authority. Then the fifth house. Now, see, fifth house is in a Kalpurush Kundli. This is the basic sun's house only. So, sun is happy here. And this is the house of creativity also. So, now sun here, so it is giving birth to a lot of creativity also to the person. They become the center of attraction because of their creativity. But at times, person can be egoistic and overconfident too. Fifth house sun can give a very good and dominating position in life. They can be at a CEO level or a director level or HR head. And if Jupiter also makes connection here, then it can, then even their children can do very well in life. We can say that they are very lucky also in terms of their children. Now from here it is aspecting the 11th house, that is the house of network circles, gains, elder brothers, sister. Now the sun's aspect on the 11th house shows their dominance over their professional network circles, friends, elder siblings. Although it is brightening the quality of the fifth house, which is about fun, creativity, sports, art, education, Its aspect on the 11th house, this is showing that they will have friends and network circle in the highly important places connected to government, senior executive. It will be when Sun is exalted or placed well in its own Rashi. But if it is debilitated or weakly placed, then the 11th house aspect of Sun from the 5th house can show that that the person will have very few friends or from a very lower class, or they can be very, very dishonest also. It can give a lot of ego to the person if Sun is debilitated, and the person will try to seek control over his friends, his elder siblings, and network circle. Then Sun in the 6th house. Sun in the 6th house. Here it is mentioned in the ancient text that it is Vijay Surya. This is a place of rogue, rain, Shatru. And when king sits here, it will overcome all these problems. These people are very, very hardworking. They start from a very low level and reaches at very good position. They are expert in their jobs also. And the subordinates or the people working under these people, they learn a lot from them. Here, if Surya is placed very well, then these people can become the role model for their subordinates. Now, from here, it is aspecting the 12th house. This is the house of the 12th house is the house of isolation, jail, hospital, foreign lands, spirituality, monasteries. And the 6th house, it rules deaths, diseases, social work, everyday work life, small animals, enemies, obstacles. Now, here, Sun is illuminating the 6th house and exposing person's enemies, reducing them to ashes. So, he's going to win over his enemies. And if Sun is in a very good dignity, then these natives can do a lot of charity work related to government, medicine, marketing. And the 12th aspect shows that they can work for them selflessly. They are going to work for them, for the underprivileged people. 12th house is also the house of hospitals, so it can make them 6th houses, diseases, it can make them doctors. They can go in the field of medicines because the 12th aspect is going in the 7th aspect is going on the 12th house. So they can be working in hospitals or in isolation. But if this Surya is debilitated, then because this is powerless, so this is going to defeat them, and person is going to hurt things related to 6th house, underprivileged people. They can even kill small animals, and such behavior, they can cheat people. So such behavior, because this is the 12th house, can land them into jail also. Then Surya in the 7th house. So uh, in a Kalpurush Kundli, this is the house of Libra. So here Surya becomes weak. Sun is not comfortable coming to the 7th house. There's always a stiffness in the relationship. Spouse will try to dominate him. This Surya is not placed there, well, then the person is not able to communicate what is going on in his mind with his partner. There can be ego clashes. Relationship, partnership can suffer. Because 7th house, it symbolizes marriage, spouse, legal partnership. The Sun is the karka of personality also. Here in the seventh house, Sun is dedicated to the public life and he loves dealing with the other people. But actually, Sun is not happy here in the seventh house because why? Surya is a king, and now the king has to go down to the people to deal with them. He has to leave his royal place. So the sun here in the seventh house can give egoistic, proud, and self-centered spouse, a dominating spouse. And here it is aspecting the first house. So the person wants to rule and dominate other people. Now, sun is a confidence also. So it shows that the person's confidence and ego is derived from the other people and their spouse. We can say that the spouse can be the source of self-esteem for the person. But here, if Surya is exalted, then the spouse can come from the wealthy uh, family or from a very respected family. He can be placed very well. He can be a high ranking government official also. Now the personality, because the first house is you, it is your personality. So now the personality of the person would be shaped through the other people and public life because it is placed in the seventh house. And if Surya is not placed well, it is debilitated because it is aspecting the first house. So it can also create low confidence in the person. And definitely it will create lot of problems in marriage and partnership. Then the eighth house Surya. This is eighth house is a house of transformation, secret affairs, death, rebirth, occult knowledge. Now Surya is in the eighth house. Now it is going to brighten the darker side of the life of the person. So the person can be revolutionary, and if it is not placed well, then he can also be the victim of a revolution. If it is placed well, then the person will follow the traditional value. He will be very good in researching something. But Surya is now in the eighth house, so it can give weak eyesight to the person. If Surya is exalted on Rashi in the eighth house, it can give ego, confidence, and self respect to the person. And now it would be coming through the hidden sources. In the seventh house, it was coming through the spouse or through the other people. Here it is coming through the hidden sources or spouse's assets. And when he is dealing with the secrets of the other people, because eighth house is the secrets also. And if Surya is debilitated, now it is aspecting the second house of family. So now it can also show that there is some kind of secrecy within the family. And because sun is the karka of father, so it may be because of the father, and that is hidden. And if Surya is debilitated, second house is your assets also. So maybe because of some government can step in and take the assets of the person due to maybe unpaid taxes, through which the family life can also suffer. Then the ninth house. Ninth house, here, if it is placed well, native can get linked up with big gurus in life. They get mentors in life who will help them to move forward in life. They are very, very idealistic about their dharma because this is the house of dharma. And if sun is in the good position, they can go very high in spirituality. And if it is not placed well, they can have issues with their fathers and their gurus. From here, it is aspecting the third house of siblings, skills, media, art, communication, and sun being our ego and confidence. So here now the person will have self-esteem and ego because of what? Because of it is in the ninth house. So now the self, first of all, the ego and the confidence will come through higher learning, through respecting gurus. But now it is aspecting the third house, so he can be very, very bossy with his siblings. Exalted sun in the ninth house or of its own Rashi can show that the person will use his higher educations and teachings to develop his own confidence. And if sun is placed well, he is going to help his siblings also. But if it is not placed well, then he can be very, very dominating with his younger siblings, and the communication can also not be so good. Debilitated sun in the ninth house, then the person can run into some wrong teachers, some wrong gurus. And debilitated sun, because of that, because it is sitting in the ninth house of teaching, so the person will teach his siblings the wrong things in life, and he himself will not realize it. Then the 10th house, here the 10th house is the house of career, status, reputation, government. When Surya is in the 10th house, there are blessings in the sky because sun is at its highest point here at the noon time. And this is the house of karma, and our soul is here. Why 10th house in the house of karma? Because now here the person is born with a big purpose in life. Something in previous life was incomplete, so person has to take birth to complete that. Person can have very good position in the society. And if a person is not able to sit at a big position, then maybe he can be benefited from government or politics. The focus of the person in life will be to complete their ambition. And see, it is not important that your ambition will be only materialistic. It can be spiritual also. Whatever is your goal in life, you will keep on working on that. But if it is afflicted, then obviously not good relation with the father, not good relation with your bosses also. So sun in the 10th house is strong in terms of power and prestige. Now from here, it is aspecting the 4th house. Now from 4th house, it is bringing professionalism and egocentric behavior into your home now. Because 4th house represents our mother, our home, our comfort, nourishment from the mother. This placement can also say, we can also say that maybe father is a very dominating figure in the mother's life. If it is placed well, then the comfort at home was great. But there was lot of rule, there are a lot of rules and regulations in the house. And if sun is placed well, then the aspect on the 4th house will bring sense of prestige and higher status in the home. These people can bring in their home the the sense of righteousness also. Comforts will be regal due to sun's powerful rays when it is exalted. But at the same time, there would be strict regulations at home. But if sun is debilitated, This can show a great deal of damage in the relationship between the father and the native. And this can also create problems in the career of the person because of excessive ego to dominate their people in their profession and at home also, because it is aspecting the fourth house. They, the person can be very demanding in nature because of debilitated sun, and that is going to impact the comfort of home and their mother also. Then Surya in the 11th house. 11th house represents our network circles, inner siblings, hope, wishes. Now, in the 11th house, focus will be on earning. Because this is our social circle, this is our network circle, the person will never be found sitting in a corner. Always, he will be the center of attraction. People are going to notice you. And you can be rewarded. There can be awards in life because this is the house of rewards also. Now, the person's confidence and ego is coming from making connections with influential people. And if Surya is debilitated, then the native will follow the wrong crowd and network circle. And from here, it is aspecting the fifth house also. So now they would give poor advice to their children, or they will take some wrong decisions in their academic education also. And that may not be that useful. Relationship with their children can also suffer. And there would be lack of confidence also when people are dealing with huge audience or social event because it is the 11th house. Then Surya in the 12th house. Now, when Surya is king, when it goes to the 12th house, it loses his power. Because what is 12th house? 12th house is the house of losses, and Surya is the king. So this means that Surya is losing his throne now. 12th house is the house of losses, moksha, spirituality, foreign land, hospitals, jails. Now, Surya in the 12th house, these people, they like to work behind the curtains. They do not like to get noticed. The person will like his own space and will work on his own pace. He will like his own space. Hardworking people, they are, and they are very, very devoted to the society. But these people, they do not like publicity and they cannot perform under pressure when Surya is in the 12th house. See, when we are discussing Surya in all the houses, we are giving importance to our personality, our identity, because Surya is this. So when Surya is going to the 12th house, it is showing that it is showing a loss of identity also. But person can find confidence in foreign places or isolations, because that is 12th house. If Surya is placed well, the person can also be a foreign government diplomat. From here, it is aspecting the sixth house. So it shows that the person will deal with his enemies, diseases, and obstacles while they are in foreign lands or while they are working in isolation or in hospitals. And if this sun is exalted or in a good position, it can show the person who is going to manage these obstacles very confidently. So here, Surya's aspect on the sixth house is showing that the person find his self-worth and confidence when they are working every day in their routine life, when they are overcoming the obstacles, when they are helping other people. But if this Surya is debilitated, it can show many problems with the government and the authority. And if they settle abroad, it will create lots of obstacles for them to settle there also. There can be conflicts and there can be conflicts with the father also. Because why conflict? Because Surya is father and it is aspecting the sixth house of conflicts. So maybe the father becomes their enemy. It would be when Surya is not placed well. So this was about Surya in all the 12 houses. So this is how we are going in Masters. We are going to take up all the planets in different houses with respect to their aspects also, how the meaning also changes. Yes, sir.
Excellent, ma'am. The knowledge session was very good. And also you had explained about how to see the timing based on the position of the Surya. If the Surya is put up in the fourth house, then the person is born in the midnight. And in the seventh house, if the Surya is put up, then the person is born in the evening time, right? And Surya in the 10th house, then we can say that the person is born in the afternoon. So this is one of the very logical, as well as it is giving the confidence of the person, where we can say on the time of birth also. We can easily find out by understanding the position of the Surya also. Very good insights about the aspects you have given today, and the detailed study on this can be done in the classes with all the other planets, and also more importantly the position of the Surya, whether it is in the debilitated position or in the exalted position or sitting in the friendly house or in the enemy house, that matters more when we go for the consultation, and also for giving the proper guidance to the general society. Ma'am, shall we take the questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Please unmute yourself, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Namaste.
Ma'am, and so I just want to ask one question. Is the PG diploma and masters, they're the same course? Because you were making PPT there, and I could read that the syllabus is the same, just two, three things are different. So, can you make me understand the difference between doing a PG diploma and a master's class?
So should I answer?
Yes, the PG diploma is all about the basic study about the 12 houses, and what are the positions of the planets, and the combinations. And the master's level is in-depth study of this particular positions. Say for example, you should see the degrees of the planet, and based on the degrees, you can give more predict. We have the avastha actually. We
Okay,
have.
as far as like I remember,
uh,
in PG, for example, sun in all the houses. So we see sun whether it's uch or neech, as in deviated or in a high position. Second, we see the house. After the house, we see the Rashi and the degree of the sun, the
Mhm.
nakshatra of the sun,
Okay.
and is it being affected by any benefic or malefic planet?
Mhm.
Um, the sight of the sun in another house. So all these 5 6 things we have studied. So what is the extra in masters
So,
that we're going to learn other than
so
this?
you have done your PG course?
I'll be giving the exam soon, but I've been learning astrology since like 2 years. But I just wanted that certificate and a better college to learn. So that's how I landed
Okay.
here.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so you have completed the PG course from our college?
Yes, I have completed, but I was studying um, the course to various
Okay.
panditjis.
See, in
So yeah.
Okay, see, actually in masters, we are going to do more things in detail. So that is, see, we started the diploma, that is from the scratch,
Mm-hmm.
that is the beginner course. And
Hmm.
that after completing diploma, we move to the PG.
PG,
So
huh?
there we discuss about the different Shodas, more stress in on Shodas Varga
Hmm.
charts and then the Prashna. We take
Hmm.
up any, so that is just the introduction. But in masters, we are going to do everything in detail, more detail now.
Okay, like the D1, D2 charts also.
So first of all, we are going to start from the first house. So events
Hmm.
from the first house, then second house, third. We are first of all we are going to complete all the 12 houses with the example chart. Like if we are taking the fourth house, so what all events can come from the fourth house? Property, mother, accidents, car accidents, flying of a vehicle. So many events. So we try to
Hmm.
learn all the dictums and apply it on the charts, and then we complete this with all
Hmm.
the 12 houses. So that is more, see, PG course, diploma course was not more practical because that was more of learning there. Here
More of theory.
we,
Yeah.
huh. So here
Hmm.
we do the theory part also with the examples.
Okay,
And then
like
we
for
take up
example,
until,
we studied 10 points for the first house. In masters, we're going to study 20 points for the first house. Is that what you mean? Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. In PG, ma'am, we did have few examples, few charts, but it was, yeah, more of theory, less of the practical. We were like given
That is the beginner's
homeworks
course.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a beginner's course.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, Rohit ji, please unmute yourself.
Good evening.
Namaskar, sir. Good evening.
Namaskar, ji, namaskar.
Yes.
So, ma'am, I just want to ask one thing that in my case, Sun, Mercury, and Rahu are in eighth house. So, what can ma'am tell about the impact on my life and horoscope? Because how Rahu is going, and right now also my Rahu Mahadasha is also going on. Any more details you need, I can provide. Because I'm more curious about this eighth house in terms of where Mercury is also my Lagna Lord because I'm Gemini Lagna. So the Lagna Lord is also in eighth house. So I need to decipher and understand it a little bit more than what I could understand.
So here, see, Rohit, we are not giving the predictions, and without seeing the full chart, we cannot predict
No, no
anything. That
prediction, no,
how
generic,
no, generic also,
like
see, because
like you.
the eighth house is maybe now your eighth house is activated because you're going through Rahu Mahadasha.
Okay.
So that is why you have interest also here in astrology. So that's it. And rest, it depends upon the other planetary position. And this all you are going to learn in masters, that how the conjunctions and the transits also affect the person. At times, the result is not seen through dasha, but maybe the dasha is fine, but the transit is very bad. So
Hmm.
that could also give the effect. So here I cannot just describe by this that what would be the effect without seeing the full chart.
That I understand. So, for example, you explained Sun in the eighth house. That part is understood. But okay, let's generalize the question, not specific to me. If Lagna Lord is in eighth house, some people say it is, not that bad, and some people say that eighth house dosha is removed. So, if Mercury is in say eighth house, is it good or bad?
See,
Lagna Lord.
if you're involved in the, see, first of all, Lagna Lord going to any of the three houses is not that good. Because if it goes in the Kendra or Trikon, that is better. Because that is you. And three houses are not considered bad. Okay, so it is giving something like it is a weak point. But if you are involved in the eighth house matters, if you're using that, then that is fine. That is better.
Okay, so the generic thought which I learned from others or maybe read somewhere, that Lagna Lord, if it is going so to eighth house, by default it is not always good or always bad.
Depending upon other conditions also.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Sudhir ji, please unmute yourself. Sudhir Mohan ji.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
बस आई एम फाइन. ये क्लासेस कब से शुरू होने वाली है?
Sir, we are planning to start by either by last of this month or the first week of April. So we will keep you posted in the like communities and groups. ठीक है सर?
ओके, अभी पीजीडी का पेपर में सबमिट करने वाला हूँ नेक्स्ट वीक में.
Okay.
और ये मास्टर्स में एडमिशन के लिए मैं कल एनरोल कर दूं, पेमेंट कर दूं?
सर आप एक बार ना रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर से आप एक बार बात कीजिए, राइट?
जी.
You
नहीं
will
तो
get
क्या
the-
हम उनको कैन वी टेल देम दैट आई वांट टू डू माय मास्टर्स कोर्स विद रश्मि मैडम ओनली?
Yes, you can sir. Please
ओके
inform
ओके
to your
okay.
relationship manager. क्योंकि आपको लाइक उसी बैच में ऐड किया जाएगा जहां आपको इंटरेस्ट है. पॉइंट नंबर 1. और
Okay,
बात
okay.
रही आपका जो आंसर स्क्रिप्ट जो है वो आप इधर सबमिट करेंगे ना, तब लाइक आप एक बार इन्फॉर्म कर दीजिएगा कि मेरा ये मास्टर्स का कोर्स जो है उसमें मुझे एनरोलमेंट करना है ना?
ओके ओके ओके, फाइन.
तो आपको लाइक बराबर आपको गाइडेंस दिया जाए. ठीक है सर?
ओके, थैंक यू.
वेलकम सर. जी रचना जी, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ.
Hello,
जी
hello,
मैम.
am I audible?
यस मैम. नमस्ते मैम.
Yeah, namaste, sir. I just wanted to know कि only she is the ma'am who will be taking up the master's course, or there are more faculties and we can, मतलब ऐसे हम लोग ये जो आज का ये वेबिनार है इस टाइप से और मतलब अटेंड करके एक बार हम लोग कंफर्टेबल हो सकते हैं.
सर्टेनली मैम. अभी क्या है ना कि मैम जो है वो लाइक इंग्लिश डिपार्टमेंट के एचओडी है, इंग्लिश
Okay.
वेदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी. ठीक है ना मैम? अगर आपको हिंदी में करना है देन वी हैव दी लाइक अदर फैकल्टी, सो डू नॉट वरी. एंड yes, this particular batch is going to be handled by Dr. Rashmi Monga ma'am, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you ma'am. जी राजकुमार जी, please unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening sir. Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, madam. Actually, I want to know the timings, sir. What will be the timings for this particular course? Days and timings are fixed, sir.
Sir, we will keep you posted on this particular like details, or
Okay.
possibly like evening rahega after like 8 p.m. 8 p.m.
The
9
end days, Sunday will be there, I think.
Sir, possibly we will keep you posted on this, right?
Okay, okay. So we will come to know after some days, sir.
Yes, sir. Possibly
And sir, after
Holi.
completion of masters, I have interest in the research. So will it be there in English medium also?
Certainly, sir. Professor is like giving the guidance to many students after the master's program, right?
Okay.
So you can
Thank you so much.
certainly can join, sir. Okay.
Okay,
And
okay. Okay.
possibly
We will get study material also in English medium.
yes, sir. You will receive, sir.
Okay,
Right.
sir. Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. And for all viewers, there is a kind information like the day and the timing will be like shared to all the groups after the Holi like festival. So kindly like have patience on this particular detail, right? And of course, this particular course is provided with the study material, and also the particular course will be like provided with the recorded sessions where you can have the recordings till the duration of this particular course, that is 1 year, or the like classes will go on for 4 months, And after the completion of the syllabus, you can go for the examination, right? Okay.
So one more question, may I ask?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
So one more thing I wanted to share, like I had a word with your faculty also yesterday. I have done this master's course actually from somewhere. So I'm more interested in joining the research course. But I'm sorry, I'm not remembering the name with whom I had a talk yesterday from your institution. But she told me she had word with her senior. She told me first I would have to do the master's course and then only I can, join the research course. But sir, actually, really, I have done courses. I sent her the certificate also, but I don't want to do this master's course, sir. So how can I join in the research course, sir?
Okay. Ma'am, kindly make a note of our office number.
Pardon, sir?
Ma'am, kindly make a note of our office number. You can share the certificate there once, and I will go for the eligibility check. All right, ma'am. You can share
Yes.
the certificates.
Yes, sir, I did yesterday.
Okay. Ma'am, your good name?
Rachna Shroff. Sir,
Okay.
I have done Vedic Astrology, I have done numerology, graphology, Vastu, and 2 levels of clinical psychology also. And I shared the certificate also. I am not remembering the name of the faculty yesterday.
Okay. No issues, ma'am. We will have the certification checking, and then
Okay,
we
sir.
will give you guidance. Don't worry. Right?
So, yes, sir, this will be a humble request, sir. I really want to do the PhD
We'll do,
course.
ma'am. We'll do, ma'am. Don't worry, ma'am. We'll do.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you
Please
so much.
please see to this, sir. Please, sir.
Certainly. We'll do. We'll do.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So is there any questions from other viewers? Okay. And this particular session is recorded, and we shall update in our YouTube channel shortly. And you can also view this particular session after uploading it. And the link will be shared in the particular group where you can go through with this particular video. And also the other demonstrations are also updated in our YouTube channel, so you can go through that also. Zero inch.
Sir, I was checking, there was some revised brochure. Has the content been revised and upgraded to include more content in Masters and PG?
Yes, sir. The content which is shared by me today is the master's content actually, right?
Okay.
And also you can contact your relationship manager, and you can get the syllabus from the manager, and you can go through once, right? And the
I have
content
the-
of yes, sir. The content of PG and the masters is totally different. It is
No,
not
that
the
I understand. The categories and topics will be same. The depth is different. That I know.
yes.
I have the earlier brochure because the title of the file was latest brochure. So that is where I need to understand if there is any changes in the current syllabus and
You
what
have
are.
done your PG from here. You have done the PG.
Yeah. PG have done last year.
Last year you have done. So
Ye-
it would be more now.
Yeah, that is why. So I was actually waiting to understand more, and I've been asking sir also when masters will start. So I think masters for last couple of months have been delayed, and that is where I'm
Yes.
waiting. Also, I've joined a lot of these sessions just to keep myself engaged. Otherwise, that is where the practice is not there unless you are getting engaged. So that is where, even though you learn the theory aspect, the more is about application.
Right, sir, right. So the syllabus is it has been upgraded, as ma'am said, and I believe that you would have received the latest the college brochure from the college office, and that is the syllabus which I have shared to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So it's time to wind up. Thank you all. It was a great session.
Thank you all.
ma'am. Many thanks to you for taking this particular session on aspects of the Surya in like different houses. Thank you all. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Radhe Radhe. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Radhe Radhe. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.